Hello, my name is Aleks Liskauskas, and I am a fourth-year student in the music program at the University of Guelph. I started my studies in 2016, so cramming all the highlights of my time here in one video will be very difficult, but I will start with the application process. When I was looking at different universities, one thing that set Guelph apart for me was the campus. Everywhere you look, there's green. In my first year, I spent a lot of time exploring the Arboretum. I've tossed a frisbee around on Johnson's Green, studied under a tree, you name it. It's just really nice to be surrounded by nature when you're buckling down on your work. As for the music program, I liked that Guelph had a less restrictive application process than other universities. I didn't feel like I was competing against my peers as much as I was being welcomed into a community where I could grow my skills as a musician at my own pace. It's also a Bachelor of Arts program, so you're required to study a wide range of topics, and I feel like that's helped provide me with a well-rounded education, and I've appreciated that. After I was accepted into the program, I had the task of choosing which residence I would stay in. And that leads me to my next highlight, and that was living in South residence. South has more than double the population of my high school, and that made me nervous, but within the first week I had made friends with almost everyone in my tower, and that year we would do everything together. As I mentioned earlier, exploring the Arboretum, we came up with something called Fancy Wings, where we would dress in our nicest clothes, like a suit and tie, just to go to Buffalo Wild Wings. Just fun stuff like that. I actually ended up living with the friends that I had made in South off campus in my second and third years. And I've really cherished the friendships that I made there. So that was a nice thing. Another thing I really like about Guelph is the athletic center. It was built in my first year, and it's super nice. So I spent a lot of time there, and afterwards I would usually go to Creelman Hall, which is my favorite place to eat on campus. There's plenty of cafeterias in South, but I would walk the 8 minutes, rain or shine, to Creelman every day. I ended up having to upgrade my meal plan twice, but it was totally worth it. Really good. From my understanding, I'm filming this video because I am a music student, so I should probably spend more time talking about music than food, but I've really enjoyed the food here, so I thought it was important to mention. As for the program, I feel like it's really pushed me outside of my comfort zone as a musician and helped me grow. For example, in my second year, one of my professors, Marta McCarthy, encouraged me to join the university choir, and I was really hesitant. I hadn't been in a choir since I was about 8 years old, and I honestly thought it was kind of nerdy. But I was totally wrong. 3 years later, and I think it's been one of the best experiences of my life. We've got to sing in some really cool places, meet great people. The choir traveled to St. John's, Newfoundland for a week for a international choral conference, and that was an amazing experience. Another highlight for me would be the professional development course that I was able to take in my third year. It really put into perspective why I had started this program in the first place and why I wanted to make music. And then I guess the biggest highlight for me has been meeting the people I have through this program. The professors, my friends. I live in a house right now in Guelph with my bandmates, and we all met in the program. It's just really nice to be a part of a community that has shared interests, and a community of support. University is hard. You have to stay on top of things, but it's been the best thing I've ever done, and I owe a lot of that to my friends and the professors in the program. So in closing, when I look at my time here, I'm deeply humbled that I've had the opportunity to pursue my passions in a place like this. Guelph has changed my life in so many ways, and I'm proud to be a member of this community. I think I always will be. So with that said, thank you for taking the time to listen to me. I hope it's helped in some way, and I wish you luck on your search.